Have you ever taken the time to make a list of all the things you're currently worried about? They might not necessarily be at the front of your mind, but slightly below the surface where conscience meets subconscious. I started trying to list them out and quickly realized, wow, it's no wonder I have a constant jiggly buzz in my veins. The initial list was easy, as these items were floating on the surface. Calling to make a doctor's appointment about that consistent stomach pain? Ready to schedule a primary care appointment? Simply complete this form and a member of our team will call you.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Submit current year goals to my boss by Friday. Get my car brakes fixed. Pay off the credit cards. Socializing with others at the upcoming event this weekend. My inevitable mortality. You know, the usual. After listing out about 50 or so subjects, I hit a brick wall before deciding to dive deeper. This presented me with the uncomfortable realization. I'm worried about literally everything. Number 1. Answering a phone call. Back when I got my first smartphone, the ring of the notification bell would fill my soul with excitement. All right, someone liked my Facebook post. Yes, my eBay item sold. Heck yeah, my Amazon package is just 10 stops away. Slowly, this excitement started to wane.
Another work task needed to be completed. Telehealth appointment starts in 10 minutes.
Or even worse, a ringing phone can signify a potential emergency because the caller would be texting me if things were normal. In fact, it's a known certainty this rectangular device is going to be used to deliver me some very bad information at multiple points in my life. Considering it's done this before and will do it again, I cringe and tense up the second I hear the very first note of that terrible sound. Most of the time, it's just a scam call. But instead of picking up, I try to quickly Google the number before it stops ringing, just in case it's absolutely necessary I answer. Usually, I'm not quick enough, and this causes me to miss opportunities to finally get a hold of a person and schedule that much-needed appointment. Even if it's not an emergency, it still means I have to talk with someone. Number 2. Picking the wrong lane at the store. Every time I approach the lines at a store, I quickly evaluate the following things. How many people are in each line? How many items are in their carts? Are they old and possibly going to pull out a checkbook and start filling it out only after the cashier's finished ringing them up? Which cashiers look like they move the fastest? Taking all of this into account, my brain quickly runs through an extensive algorithm and makes an uncertain choice. Slowly, I watch the customers move through the lanes I didn't choose.
Still I wonder, where's my paradise? And I hope I find my paradise.
I'm not mad at anyone in particular. I'm just mad at the universe for putting me in a position much worse than all the other 8 billion people who currently exist. I'm also mad at most stores for not having a single line that filters into all the registers, creating a much fairer and less stressful first-come, first-served system. Number 3. Using the private bathroom at work. At my office, there are 2 choices of restrooms to use. One includes a stall and multiple urinals. It smells bad and is somewhat filthy. The other is a pristine chamber with just one single toilet. Obviously, that's the one I'd prefer to use. The problem is when using a restroom, there are 2 options of what you're going to do in there, one of which humans consider to be much, much more shameful than the other. When performing the less shameful option, men stand up at the urinals. Therefore, there is no need to use the pristine single toilet room. If someone sees a man coming out of that restroom, Via process of elimination, they will immediately know or at least assume you were performing something absolutely reprehensible in there. Consequently, I'd be forced to take a walk of shame while others look on disapprovingly at my actions. Number 4. Picking the wrong lane at a stoplight. Sometimes I worryingly approach a busy stoplight with just one car ahead of me in the left lane. The right lane is also open, but you don't want to be in that one.
Why?
Because shortly after the stoplight, cars are usually parked in that lane, forcing you to have to cut someone off.
Why not just stay in the left lane?
Well, it's fairly common for someone to need to turn left at that light, but they usually can't do it until the light cycle is over, as oncoming traffic is endless.
Why not just use the right lane if their left turn signal is on?
A lot of people find it very cumbersome to do this simple trick. I don't want to cut them off after the light turns green, and I assume they are going straight, so I choose to get behind them in the left lane. Light turns green, and they just sit there without a blinker on, waiting for oncoming traffic to clear, which it never does. To make matters worse, I can't get into the right lane to go around them because all the other drivers behind me are quickly switching lanes and upstreaming me to get through the light. Why would someone not use a blinker in this situation, and why does it happen so often? To those who do this, is it too much physical effort? Or is it too much mental effort? I suppose as long as you don't have a broken blinker signal, that does leave one more option.
Don't you wanna be evil like me?
Actually, I presume the logical reason is you've got a lot on your mind because this whole being a human business is challenging. So you checked out for a moment and forgot to hit the turn signal. So there you have it. Small everyday moments hijacking my mind in addition to all the more serious ones. These worries never really go away. New ones just rotate in like a never-ending playlist on shuffle. Neuroscientist and author David Eagleman writes, "Imagine a hypothetical afterlife where you relive all your experiences, but this time with the events reshuffled into a new order. All the moments that share a quality are grouped together. You spend 2 months driving the street in front of your house. 5 months you flip through magazines on the toilet. You take all your pain at once, all 27 intense hours of it. 18 months waiting in line. Your eyes hurt and you itch because you can't take a shower until it's time for your 200-hour shower marathon. 6 weeks waiting for a green light. In this part of the afterlife, you imagine something blissful. A life where episodes are split into tiny, swallowable pieces, where moments do not endure. At least this universe was merciful enough to hit the shuffle button."